Hello, my name is Brian, this is Football Manager 22, and we're back in Salisbury reviewing our Club Vision screen. And as you can see, yellow and green, everything's going pretty alright. That's a reasonable summary of how things are actually going as well. Head over to the competition tab, and we can see in the Premier League, we are currently sitting in third. We do have a game in hand against first and second place. That means we are likely, I'd say, to pass Arsenal, given a draw would put us even on points, and we have the advantage in goal differential by a substantial amount. However, Man City there, again, is just a couple points ahead. We had them on our ropes in the last couple games, but unfortunately our 2-0 lead dissolved into a 2-2 draw. As you can see, the Champions League draw has happened, and unfortunately we got basically the worst draw possible, in that we drew Bayern Munich. Not what wouldn't have been my first choice, or my second, or my third. That didn't be my last choice, yeah. But we won't be showing you, I will not be bringing you a Champions League game just yet anyways. The gap in time was too long in my opinion, so we've got another game for you. What we have is the second leg of the semifinals of the Carabao Cup. In our first game against Tottenham, we went up against them at Tottenham and came away with a 3-3 draw. So we are coming home to Salisbury in the second leg, all tied up. Let us check the rules. It sounds like there is no road goal rule, so we will simply be just need to outscore them, or we're going to extras. In terms of transfer history, those were our hires to round out the youth squad. They aren't good, but we just needed players. And then we got into that slate of games in December where we were facing 2 games a week, and in the last week facing what felt like 4 games in 1 week, though it was 4 games like 9 days. And so we recalled Marcos Torres from loan from Barnsley. He got to play like 10 games there in 2 months, so I'm sure that helped his development, and then we called him back when we needed him for that rushing stretch. We also have signed a new player. We have signed Pablo Reyes from America in Liga MX. Again, I did the analysis, and I believe regular starters in Liga MX generally accrue enough points to get a work permit. He's a left-footed wonder kid in the center midfield. Yeah, I love this stat block. He's just 18. Spirited personality is kind of meh, but everything else is great. Great fitness, great acceleration, decisions, teamwork, technique, passing, first touch. He's going to ping the ball around. 11 marking, 12 tackling means he's a pretty good defensive player as well. We're fully going to look to integrate him into the squad immediately. That does mean we're probably going to have to move on from our vice captain, Nikwan McAvoy, who we've promised more playing time to. He's a solid player, but he's 27, ancient, and so he doesn't have any room to develop. So he's roughly an equal player. You can see about the same number of green and yellow as Pablo Reyes, but Pablo can become so much more. Nikwan is what Nikwan is, so we're probably going to move him out. We also got in Romulo Leandro, our Brazilian wonder kid from Fluminense, as the Brazilian season ended in December. We brought him a little early. I'd forgotten he can play center back at 6 foot. He's not. I wish his jumping reach was a little better than 13, but it's good enough, and that he can provide rotation there. So again, in terms of, I'm thinking about moving on from Rolf Hurlman. I got a deal for him. He's perpetually kind of been the most disappointing player on the defense. In the this 1-1 draw with Brighton, bottom of the table Brighton. In the 24th minute, Johansson made a save but couldn't control the ball, and so it trickled by him. Or maybe it got by him and bounced off the post. But Herlin was first one there. And instead of, turning and firing into the crowd or something, he like tried to play it and completely failed and got dispossessed and knocked into the goal. It's just kind of the story of Herleman's career. So the last game was this win over Real Madrid. Since then, a win over Tottenham, a draw with Salzburg, 2-2. I did not actually coach this game. I vacationed through it. I tried to force the Phil Neville to play a bunch of youth players. That's how I'd set up the team, but unfortunately when he took control, apparently he put in regular players. I was willing to throw the game despite the, $3 million for winning 1.5 for drawing. I just wanted to get my guys some rest for the upcoming stretch, but that didn't happen. A boring 0-0 draw with Leicester, 5-1 discombobulation of Norwich, a loss on the road to Chelsea, is even, and until we conceded a penalty in the 84th minute, it was a completely legitimate penalty. Just it wasn't one of the ones where you go, ugh, they bumped him. Come on, you bumped him in the box. Nah, it was studs up in the box. It was dumb. 2-0 against Arsenal, 5-2 of Aston Villa. Our win over Leicester in the Carabao Cup quarterfinals, a win over Southampton, and then this. Again, icky draw to Brighton, an acceptable draw to Man City, other than the fact that we were up 2-0 and squandered in the second half. A 3-3 barn burner with way too many goals here against Tottenham, and then we have just ended Cardiff's run in the FA Cup in the third round, the first round we play in it. So here we go. We have this game against Tottenham. To make the finals of the Carabao Cup. Pretty much our starting lineup at this point, with the exception of Marich is on the left. What? So we've been dealing with some injury issues. And Zabibi is on international duty with the Syrian national team, as I believe it's the Asian Cup of Nations is going on. It's inconvenient. So we are rotating Matea and Nagankam. Luckily, we still have 2 guys there for left back. But this is pretty much going to be the starting lineup. Pekka, Kapun, Torres, Nagankam in the back, Johansson in goal, Torres, Ozan, Oner in the midfield, Garcia, Dudarev, Moss up top. Hit all the buttons that we're just supposed to hit. Win, draw, win. It's better than the losses, but, would like to see more green in that. Very familiar with most of these players from Tottenham at this point. Lefebvre is very good in the middle. Alex, their right winger, is a problem. Finster is someone they actually signed away from PSG. And someone I had flagged, I believe he's Austrian, had flagged before PSG got him as a very good player that I was interested in acquiring. Calico on left wing is feels like he's a goal a game scorer against us in particular, not against everyone, but against us, he always seems to find a way to get one. The ball's played up to Moss, into the box. Dancing, plays it back in the middle. Ozan, good, but saved by the keeper. But this will give us an opportunity from the corner. Moss will take it. Correct-footed on this side. Looking for big Marcos Torres, 6'7", good jumping reach, bad heading. That's the story of my big men in this save. They're tall. They don't know how to use their heads to actually put the ball in the right spot. Ball played forward to Dudarev. Good job by the defender to get his foot in the way. Gankum will take the throw into Onar. Back to Torres. Up to Nagankum. Garcia wheels about, plays into the box. Ozon's there. Nice give and go, but unfortunately just saved by Hall. Ball played long. Petkov. I'm not sure who wins the header. I did say that. I mean, okay, with 15 goals on the season, he's probably not a goal a game scorer, but he's a very good goal scorer, and he continues his streak against us. Wins the header against Petkov, who's a very good defender, and passes him up, and Petkov can't get back in the play, so Calico's there. Probably has to have some significant pace and dribbling ability. Alright, but we're at home, so starting our best guys. We'll get that one back. The hope is that, they don't get another one before then, or after then. Jet by Capoon and Dispossessed, up to Dudarev, now to Garcia. Led back to Gankum, Torres, Oner. I'm looking for Dudarev. I didn't think he had enough space, but he did. And Sergei Dudarev on a run out. And yeah, you got 15 goals, Mr. Calico. I've got 27 on the year for Sergei Dudarev. I know we covered Dudarev's new contract. I'm not sure if we covered that Sebastian Johansson has a new contract. Also on the scale of 8 figures for 5 years and no release clause. So he's our goalkeeper for the future. No one can take him away. Dangerous. Plays it high. Huzzah. So yeah, Johansson will be in the goal forever. Just enjoying watching the clock tick upwards. Just football manager things. Capone across to Torres. Torres picks up a lot of yellow cards. I should probably look at his stat block and see exactly why that is. Fabio Torres, as well as Edgar Garcia, also on a yellow card. Ball played up to Dudarev. He's got a step. And Sergei Dudarev says, let's make it 28. What a good way to go into the half. Is it Nagankum who bombs this ball forward? Nope, Garcia. Nagankum involved in the chain. It's a good pass from Garcia. Doesn't feel right. Let's just hit him with the good stuff. All greens, even if it's not completely true. But we've looked good on that one great play by Calico, so. And, the important thing is not being accurate. The important thing is getting them all happy and motivated. Because happy, motivated players play better. It's shocking stuff, I know. Owner out to Nagankum. Doesn't really see an angle, and looks like they have the ball now. Nagankum does a good job cutting in there, intercepting the ball. Garcia's going to have a run now. Plays across to Moss. Moss, the right winger. Kind of some herky-jerky action from Moss there. Dudarev gets his foot on it, plays back to Fabio Torres, and he rockets into the net with the 5th goal of the year from the defensive midfielder / center back. A surprising number of those from him from that position, given I don't expect he has much in the way of technical quality. Certainly has 1 or 2 headers off of corners, but he does that more than I'd expect, and that he's done that 3 times this year, maybe before. All right, 2-goal lead, love it. Ozon, let's make it a 4-goal lead. No, it's too much to ask in this driving rain. The south of England, you know what I mean, right? Dudarev with 2 goals and assists now, having a great day. So, a regular Sergei Dudarev day. Owner, Torres, Capoon. Am I even allowed to have two Torreses on the team at the same time? It just, it's cheating. Torres. And, makes me sound like even more of a babbling idiot than I usually do. Torres. No, that was Torres Capoon. Up to Ozan. Ooh, nice job finding Moss between two defenders. Over to Dudarev, who makes a run to the outside. Finds Petkov. Moss. Back to Torres. Over to Owner, and out to Nagankum. Back to Torres. Torres up to Torres. Owner. Nagankum looking to create an attacking space. Poorly passed to Edgar Garcia, but Edgar Garcia doesn't care. Gets the ball under his control and lashes into the far side netting. The goalkeeper can do nothing but watch. He can dive futilely, but, futilely. It's kind of in the definition right there. Beautiful stuff. All right, so it looks like for all the world, we are headed to Wembley. I believe, actually, there's a possibility we'd face a championship side there. I think it's unlikely that they win their semifinal, especially two-legged. But there's a chance. It's one of the Wests. I can't remember. It's West Ham or West Brom. Scores. Okay, well, we're the only game going on right now. Why would we put in... Yeah, we just don't have Matea on the roster right now. No, we do. He's right there. Why are we not putting Matea in at left back if we're swapping in a left back? Matea is an interesting one. I love his attribute block. I think his attribute... terrible shot from Ozan. Is more attacking than either Nagankum or Zabibi. He's got better pace than Nagankum as well. It's a well-rounded stat block. His personality stinks. It's listed as resolute, but every game he's angry, and he doesn't get the star rating you'd expect. I don't know. He's just down this year. Last year he had a 7.1 average. This year 6.95. Just not what I expect. Looks like we should bring in a new left winger. We don't really have one. Belastoros is usually our other left wing, though he's a left wing as opposed to left inside forward, because, again, we're doing that wacky thing where we pivot between formations left and right with Belastoros a left winger, Moss a right winger, Edgar Garcia a inside forward on the left, and either Dudarev or Marin playing inside forward on the right. Ozan can play up there as an inside forward, which lets us, say, get Reyes back on the pitch. Switch those two, and let's pull, say, Fab Torres. I wanted to get Maric in the game. Let's get Maric in the game, get him some more run. Always important to keep developing, and also to get players off who are on yellow cards, just in case things go horribly south here in the last 20 minutes. Ball played forward to Moss, tapped back. Long shot. Not going to happen this time. Ozan, looking for Reyes, but Reyes is not especially tall. Back to Capoon and out to Reyes. And Marcos Torres, the lumbering giant, tries to replicate what his not cousin Fabio did. I should double check that they aren't cousins, but given one is... Well, no. I feel like they are... Oh. Ball played forward well at Calico, but doesn't convert this time. I feel like that wouldn't actually stop him. One is Argentinian and one is Italian, but as we know, that's not Portuguese. Okay, no. Little less common. If it was Italian, then you could be like, one brother migrated, the other didn't. Wants me to rest Jersey. I'm fine with that. We will play McAvoy on the sub. I'm not sure, looking forward, that Chikatani is long for the team either. Um, just hasn't, like Hurleman, he's good, but he's not as good as I'd hoped at this point. And we have another 18, 19-year-old from Mexico coming in. So, we're just going to have a center midfield of either two Turks or two Mexicans. Or we can mix and match. Exciting stuff. But again, I think his stat block looks basically as good as Chekatani does right now. 2-3 years younger. Doesn't have the potential dropped down because of it. And just, that's what you're always doing. And presumably I have him on, although I'd have to double check, probably a cheaper deal than Chekatani at this point. And I can probably get a decent penny for Chekatani. But I don't plan on making that deal, if I make that deal, until the summer window. Oh, what a stretch there in the middle of the game for us. Really ran away with it. Could win. Right. Yes, we will be praising Dudorev's performance. That's not tricky to figure out. And, okay, yeah, we face the winner of West Ham and West Brom. Looks like they probably play tomorrow with West Ham up 3-1 on aggregate. Though it looks like West Brom will probably be hosting this game. West Ham is a 10th place in the Premier League. West Brom is 4th in the Championship. So, got the draw coming up for the 4th round of the Youth Cup, because we have this game against Northwood coming up. Again, I have no idea how that damn thing is structured, and or if it's broken in our game, given we faced legitimate teams in the qualifying round, and then we face Northwood in the actual 3rd round. I'm going to go to Northwood Park, all 3,000 people. In Watford, apparently. So yeah, we got games against West Ham, a double-decker against Burnley. 18th place Burnley. Well, there's a chance to rack up some points. Nottingham Forest, Everton. We need to capitalize on that stretch. Then back to Burnley again for the 4th round of the FA Cup. Villa, Arsenal, and Munich. So the next game I will be back with you is actually this one, the second leg of the Champions League first knockout, where we try to advance against Bayern Munich. So I will have another update for you then. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been lovely to hear from you. By that I mean people who aren't James. Legitimately, people who aren't James said things. It's very exciting. But I appreciate your time. Don't hesitate to like, comment, subscribe, all those fun things. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.